Oh, I didn't know.
Well, we're live. Okay, we're trying YouTube stuff because I don't know, technology. And my young wife keeps yelling at me about using this stuff. So here we are. Yeah, Dan doesn't know what he's doing. So listen, it's Cyber Monday ish. So what we did was we went online to our site, www.nextlevelfirearms.com, and I think we put out all the best prices we could. So give that a whirl. If this is available, that's one of our distributors that has it in stock. Order it, boom, 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 boom. It gets delivered right here. Okay. If there's something special you want that you can't find, give us a shout. Let us know what it is you're looking for, and we'll be very, very happy to accommodate you and shake some trees and break some necks to get it for you. Okay.
It's Cyber Monday.
So it is Cyber Monday.
I was going to say, calling us up. Oh, do you have this in store?
No.
Cyber Monday.
We don't even work. We're not working right now. I know it looks like we're working, but we're really not. We're just kind of here in body only. All right.
I was going to say mentally not either.
One of the things we were trying to do yesterday, which we got distracted of, was we have questions a lot of times from novice people who are entering the gun world for whatever reason they may want to enter, be it self-defense, interest, hunting, so on and so forth. But one of the most common questions we have:
how can I one-up my friend?
That's usually one of the questions. But what I want to address today is going to be the difference between hammer-fired and striker-fired guns. To people in the gun community, it sounds like a pretty simple thing, and it is. The hammer-driven firearm uses a hammer to drive the firing pin to hit the primer so the bullet could expel. Hammer driven.
And for all of you smart guys that said, "Oh, we didn't check it to see if it was clear," the chamber's cut open.
Do we really need to do that?
I love that thing.
Here's another cutaway. It's a Glock cutaway.
For you fanboys out there.
All right. And this is an example of a striker-fired firearm. Okay. Now you see right now that the firing pin striker is behind the firing pin block, keeping it safe. So this is what that pre-cocked thing you hear about, or halfway cocked, or full cocked like Thanksgiving and New Year's. It's all relative. So in part, this system works right here. As you pull the trigger, it's moving that firing pin block out of the way. And finishing the tensioning of the spring, pull all the way through. The striker hits the primer, wash, rinse, repeat.
Now for a live fire demonstration.
That'll be the next one.
You don't do desk pops?
That's a real thing, right? It could be. There are some people out there that would believe that.
No,
Listen,
it's unloaded.
When people say these guns aren't safe, one safer than another, a lot of times that's just kind of not the case. We won't address the 320 thing, which many people in our community, if you want to full auto 320, throw it down the stairs, waka waka. We're not going to touch that for now.
For now. You're not safe.
In the past, the word accidental discharge was something that was applicable because lack of education, lack of knowledge. Today's world, the only kind of discharge we have is going to be the kind we want when we pull the trigger, or a negligent discharge because of a person's negligence in the handling of the firearm. Okay, these guns they don't go off by themselves, man. They can't. They can't. And we could give you a demonstration of how they can't. All right? They just can't. You have safeties, you have firing pin blocks. I mean, there's a
Maybe the shake the snooze feature on the 320 was a feature.
feature not a flaw. The ultimate true safety, this. Keep your finger outside the trigger guard.
I thought it was pointing out to the sky.
Okay? So it is.
Not gonna be my problem. I'm gonna be out of here.
That's the upstairs guy. It's his problem after this goes off. But keep your finger off the trigger. We try to emphasize this with new shooters by having them go very high, almost to chamber level, not too close down here. As your skills increase, sure, but keep that finger out of there.
So that whole on the trigger all the time, always be ready kind of thing was a line.
There may have been old school ways of thinking, like revolvers and cops back in the day, but not today. You know, even a revolver, keep your finger off the trigger. A rifle, keep your finger. Any kind of firearm, keep your finger off the trigger, outside the trigger guard until you are ready to shoot. Don't point the gun at people. Don't point it randomly around. Don't swing it around. Every gun's always loaded. Okay? We're gonna start a jar here of unloaded guns that came in here that we've gotten bullets out of, man. Oh, it's unloaded. I know what I'm doing. 70 years old.
I had a
Wonk.
first the other day. Oh no, it's unloaded black powder. Oh, of course it is.
Yeah. So upon a proper inspection, using a tool, Dan was able to determine that it was actually in fact loaded. Okay.
As paranoid as it sounds, don't trust anybody when it comes to that.
Check it yourself.
Exactly.
That's the whole purpose of these exercises that we do, which become almost like second nature, right? So what do? Magazine out first, rack the gun,
See if it's loaded.
lock it open, inspect it. Look in the chamber, use a pinky. Tactile, visual, look down, then hand the gun off to the person like with a knife, with a handle. When they take control of it, right away, they're looking down the chamber, they look inspect the magazine well to know that it's safe. That way you have two people checking the same gun. It's just a good thing to have redundancy when handling firearms. Safety and redundancy.
As much
It's
crap,
not a bad thing.
as much crap as I get sometimes, I've been caught carrying a bottle of Windex around with my finger at a high. To the point where somebody says, it's not loaded.
So look, that's just a little fast thing we want to touch on, you know, for some of our new shooters. Striker, hammer. That's the difference. The hammer drives the firing pin in, and then once it goes off, the safety's off. Bang, goes off. The slide's gonna reset the system. The hammer. Now all you're doing is in the single action, releasing it, whoop, off it goes.
I love how both of these are also considered active firearms still, even though they're cut to hell.
Well, you know, gotta make people feel scared. Same thing, pull the trigger, bang, resets, wash, rinse, repeat. All right. Is one better than the other?
Yes.
Depends on the person. Depends on what you're looking for.
You're allowed to be wrong.
One of the things about hammer versus fired versus striker fired is the reholstering portion of an event. Whether it's training, whether it's a real world event, if you do choose to reholster, you may not want to, depends on the situation where you are. But let's go down the road of reholstering. Okay.
Sometimes dumping the mag is the safest.
So,
Not legal advice.
yeah, nothing on here is legal advice. Make sure you get that straight. Oh, but you were a cop. Yeah, so what,
We'll
man?
put that disclaimer at the beginning of the video.
Nothing here is legal advice. This firearm is safe and loaded. All right. No magazine. No bullets. All right. We're going to use this as part of our demonstration. Okay. We'll go back to our old trusty cutaway Glock, which is safe and loaded. Clearly because it can't be loaded over. All right. When you're reholstering without modification. So one of the things about reholstering is keeping your finger off the trigger. As always, put your thumb on the back of the slide as you reinsert it into the holster. All right. This is a couple of things. It's going to help keep the slide from coming out of battery as you holster it, which would cause a malfunction, or it could sit that way unbeknownst to you and allow dirt and debris to get into the critical areas, and that could cause a problem when you draw it out. All right, do that. A hammer fired gun. Most hammer fired guns have a decocker system. All right. In this case, the H&K P30 system for decocker has a decocker right here. You push this down. That is safely decocking the firearm. Okay. Don't do the John McClane thing. Don't pull down a hammer and do this and let it down. Okay. You're defeating the safety here, and the hammer is resting on a firing pin. And if this does drop a fall out of your holster or whatever, that could go off because now you have the hammer sitting on the firing pin, right? We use the decocker properly. You see that it actually stopped there. There's a gap. Okay? Do it the John McClane way. You defeat the safeties. So use a decocker. Now, thumb on the back of the hammer and slide. As you put this back into the holster, you're doing a couple of things. Slide doesn't come out of battery, yada, yada. But should your finger or another foreign object get into this trigger, that is not going to go off because you have your thumb on the back. Prevents that from giving you a new hole in your leg. Striker fired gun. Well, oops. It can still go off. All right. Yeah, you may hurt your thumb. But that is a difference, an observation, an observable difference between a hammer fired system and a striker fired system. As far as recocking. Okay, as far as recocking. As far as reholstering.
I was going to let it slide, but here we are.
Go ahead, Dan.
Well, as I'm sure many of you know, safe and unloaded, I carry a P30L. I'm a big fan of the 1911.
Camera shy.
Camera shy, me.
Yeah, you gotta face me for radio, but it's all right.
Hey, man, friggin', they got pictures of Bigfoot. They're grainy, right? So I used to carry 1911, this one being a Kimber Gold match. I like these metal frame gun, hammer fired. Now, you get your safety, right? But you had this problem, this hammer being back. Now, like he was saying, the only way to really have this come down is hold, pull, and bring it down. That's no good. That's why you see most guys hammer back, safety up.
You mean carried the way it was designed to be carried?
Exactly.
Oh my God.
But you know,
the concept. Hey, yeah, I'm gonna quarter cock this. I don't know.
Some people like to cry about nuances. Better system, to be honest with you, when it comes to carrying with a hammer. This is called an LEM system. I have
nose is bobbed, first of all, so there's no spur.
Exactly. I can have this hammer back, technically, under pressure inside due to a camming mechanism. Boy, this gun's still dirty. I gotta clean this. Clean.
Yeah, when knows me know that I get the snot on my guns. I clean them maybe once every.
I've been pulling diamonds out of your guns for the past 3 years from all the carbon. So,
where's my money?
Invested. You'll get it back. So that being said, this system, as opposed to the 1911 system, when it comes to hammer fired guns, I like this because you can, one, keep your finger over that for reholstering. I can't do anything with that right now. Two, I have the ability to have the same pull as I would on a hammer fired firearm. Striker you can get down to, but it's a pain. Trying to get that down to that kind of a pull with something like this is a lot of time, a lot of effort. It will change. know-how.
Nobody important.
Nobody important. Hey, wait a minute. This system, I would highly suggest. I'm a fan of Hammerfire. Polymer, not so much, but HK, I got to give it to them. They did really good with this system. I don't know. It's one of those things we were talking about with the Glock and the CZ. I think this is a good mix. It gives you the safety of having a striker fire system, but it gives you the reliability of having a hammer fire system.
Yeah, that's the other thing. So do you think that reliability does factor between striker and hammer fighters in today's world or no?
I do. I know there are some models for striker where you can strike off of a secondary, well, not a secondary. Pretty much you can double single. Hold on.
We could double strike on a strike fighter gun?
All right, I'm back.
Double strike?
You can double strike. I like this because.
Hold on. Do you know what double strike means? Okay.
I was going to say, what are you, Dora?
So.
Hey, sweetie.
Safe and unloaded. Decock. Your first trigger pull, it doesn't go off, you can try again. Okay? Most striker fire systems, that's it. That's why for a baseline sort of fix-it move, you hear a lot of tap, rack, re-engage. All right, it used to be tap, rack, bang, but tap, rack, reassess before you go bang. And make sure the guy's not dead already or whatever it is. But it's a smart thing to do. So you tap in a magazine because during the course of fire, the possibility exists the magazine could come ajar. If that magazine comes ajar and you shoot a live round and it racks, what's going to happen is it's going to skip over that round, giving you a dead chamber because there's nothing in it. So, oh no, I'm fighting for my life. Make sure it's seated properly. Rack, re-engage, reassess, see what you got going on. Okay? With the hammer fighting guns, you do have the possibility of trying again before you get to that stage where you have to actually tap rack.
Well, once again, my argument for that is everybody's concerned about how many rounds can I carry in a mag because they're looking for the most compact gun they can get. Mm-hmm. Something like the SK. I mean, if I have a chance to pull the trigger through a second time and potentially maybe it's a hard prime or something like that, I can set the round off and not have to unseat my round like I would strike fire, especially when you're counting rounds because every round counts.
Yeah, that's true. And that's another thing. We'll get into that in another video about counting rounds and stuff. But
some people can't do math.
Sticking to hammer fired, striker fired stuff today, those are some of the big differences between the hammer fired and striker fired systems that are out there. Like Dan was alluding to, the Walther P99 is a good example. I don't know what is stopping production on that. I think that's
they're just coming out with the final edition, right?
Right. But that is one of the few firearms out there that has an anti-stress system. I believe it's called by Walther.
I think the other one's Canik. I think the Canik series has a.
I know they copied Walther a lot. I don't know if they did one like that.
Turkish, what do they not copy?
Yeah. There's some things.
Yeah.
But
I mean, you could
the Walther could be racked with the anti-stress mechanism already in, which kind of mimics the LEM a little bit. But on top of the slide is a decocker. So you essentially can get a double single action striker fired gun, at least the feel of it, which is pretty good. And it still offers you the ability to double strike on a hard primer or what may be a dead round. But again, is it better to always tap, rack, bang? Is it better to double strike? That's going to be on you and your training. It's going to be you and how many rounds have you expelled during your situation.
I was going to say whatever gets results, but I mean.
And that is part of it. If you have a 10-round magazine, like our commie friends down in Massachusetts and wherever else, and you fight 8 rounds because you keep in count and you get a click, you may want to consider a double strike if you have a hammer fired gun. Now, if you have a Glock, safe and unloaded, and nasty, so you know it's mine.
Clean your shit.
You could come forward, give sort of a half cock.
This is where that unseating the round comes into play, because I've seen hang fires and center fire cartridges.
Right, and that could be something. But if life and death, 8 rounds expelled, we got 2 more left. It resets the trigger, and it'll reset the striker for another attempt in that same bullet. All right. I promise you, the worst feeling in the world if you're fighting for your life is tap. Oh, puppy cock.
That was my last round.
Because you're gonna be like, oh, well, I have an extra magazine. Do you? I know a lot of people carry extra magazines when it's convenient, but they don't always carry extra magazines. I have extra magazines available because the magazine can fail. Not because I'm going to need 30 rounds to engage, a threat, but magazines can crack the bed. All right, magazines can fail. When magazines fail and you only have one, that's another bad feeling. So the magazines, yeah, practice your mag changes and everything else, but get used to counting bullets. Get used to counting how many rounds you have. Anything else you got?
My brain's empty, man. I gotta have more coffee.
All right. Well, look, give us a shout. And who's that? Food King? Hey, Food. Worst show you ever watched, huh? We're on a day off. So that's good. That's our first go at. So thanks for the observation, buddy. I don't care. I'm not censoring people. I'm not gonna look at comments and go, "Oh, it hurts my feelings," because this is something that we're getting into. It is new for us. We do strive to do better. And okay. Thanks, JT. I didn't know who Pool King was, but Pool King. I mean.
Yeah, let me insert this into your mouth real quick.
Fucking insert that in my mouth and I'd be dead. But yeah, listen, guys. Thank you. Sincerely, thank you to all of our customers. We are 7 years open. All right. Thank you for all the support you've always shown us. Thank you for the patience that you've shown us when we've had difficulty getting items in.
Oh my God.
Thank you for always being there for us. Okay. And
you got weird questions, bring them in because we love hearing them.
Yeah, questions. Guys, look, if whether you're a novice or you're experienced, no one knows everything. And ask questions, man.
Yes, we do have loudness, and I can show you videos of those.
Here's another story. Listen,
all the hair off my knuckles is missing from one of those things.
Yeah, I have hair on my knuckles. Come the first generation of walk upright. So
that forehead.
We want you guys just to really, if you do visit our store, you email us, ask questions, man. All right.
Turn off the slow mo, dude. I'm trying as hard as I can. I can only think so fast.
Dan likes heat. I don't like heat.
98 degrees. Get the humidity going. Come on, this cold weather is not for me. Lived in New England all my life.
Fix it in post. Would I screw something up? I probably did. Anyways, listen, we're gonna wrap it up. We're gonna try this again probably Wednesday. Okay.
And the stats for the holiday officially.
Yeah. So, but check out our website today. We have. I think we did it right. I think we got the stuff down as well as we could do it without cutting our throats.
And if we didn't do it right, you only got today to complain.
No, let it go tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
We're gonna leave the online stuff on online prices until Wednesday morning. So because today's what's today?
Cyber Monday, Cyber Tuesday. We don't get retail.
Yeah. So it's all new. But guys, thanks a lot. We're gonna do more. We're gonna do better. And if you want something that you can't find readily,
like an M30 drilling with a shotgun 30-06 barrel, we got weird stuff, guys.
Cool stuff. And if you need something that you don't see online, is probably allocated, ask us. All right. We just got a gentleman how to find during defense bolt action, Komosiyama. I don't know. I guess no one had him, and we were able to score one for him. We like to talk about different things besides guns.
And if you're looking for the really weird stuff, it's after hours.
That's he said that, not me. I go home with my family. Guys, y'all be safe. Okay, God bless. And check out Cyber Monday, Tuesday stuff. Questions, whatever, email, Instagram, all that stuff. And we're going to do this again tomorrow probably and try to do better at it and have some fun with it. And let us know what you think tomorrow's subject should be. Wednesday subject, whatever. Depends. We get lives too, guys, all right?
See you tomorrow, Wednesday.